Hi, it's Sabrina. Join me with a lineup of incredible experts as we inspire you.
It's you transcending
to redesign your life. I love this, one small change at a time.
This is the Sabrina Soto Show. Come on in. Welcome to my home and to the Sabrina Soto Show. Today's show intention is to practice gratitude for every step that got me to where I am today. So of course I had to invite my beautiful family over, my mother Maria, my best friend and sister Natasha, and my daughter Olivia. But first, I want to welcome the person who got me started on my healing journey, New Thought Minister Michael Beckwith. Hi, Michael.
Sabrina.
I cannot believe you're in my house. Michael, I don't think you understand that you have changed my life. I'm gonna get emotional. You're the reason why I have this show. I know that you probably get this all the time, but you taught me the key to being grateful. And it was as if the universe unlocked possibility for me. Can you explain to the viewer just your philosophy and how gratitude really is the key to joy?
Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door. It's like, it's a vibrational frequency. So what happens is you create a vibrational match to unlock possibilities that you may not even know exist because they're outside of your present way of thinking, but just being in the field of gratitude opens up possibilities that previously may have been there, but you couldn't see them before because the perceptual windows were dirty with complaining or worrying, anxiety, anxiousness. So it's a practice, it's a training.
I start my day with 5 things to be grateful for. I even created a journal that my daughter and I do in the mornings. But I think a lot of people who are listening to this maybe aren't in a space where maybe they don't like their job or they don't like their partner. So they say, well, I don't want to tell the universe thank you for the thing I'm not happy with, because then I'm just telling the universe that I'm okay with it. So can you explain the philosophy behind that?
It doesn't work like that.
Right.
When you shift your attention to something to be grateful for, there's like I call it energetic shape shifting. So let's say you have a part of your life that you don't like. You place your attention on the part of your life you're grateful for. My heart is beating. I'm alive. I exist. So what happens? I become available to guidance and wisdom that can now come to me intuitively or through direct knowing that assists me in changing those other areas of my life. Now, if I continue to just complain about those other areas of my life, I'm in resistance to them and I amplify it. Beginning to create a vision, beginning to articulate what I do want, the energy flows in that direction. Like attracts like. You actually bring into your life those same kind of vibrations, those same kind of people, circumstances, and situations that match that.
Yes.
It's a vibrational match.
When I'm in a funk, things start going wrong. Things start breaking around the house. So it really does work that way.
The law of attraction is a linguistic convenience for actually, we have everything we want within us. With that awareness, when we begin to activate the law of attraction, we begin to feel gratitude, thanksgiving, appreciation, we start to resonate with the feeling that I already have something. And then that goes into radiation. We start to radiate that feeling. It starts to show up.
Yes.
It condenses itself. We call it manifestation. It manifests. The invisible becomes visible. So you go from attraction to resonance to radiance, manifestation. Sometimes it's hard.
It is.
So there's like 3 levels of gratitude. Find something to be grateful for. There's being grateful for even the challenges, because the challenges carry seeds of activating potential.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
A challenge is a gift in work clothes.
A challenge is a gift in work clothes.
Right, it's coming to teach us something. There's
Yes.
a lesson in there. 1 is being grateful for something. 2 is being grateful for the challenge, difficult. Thirdly, you start to grow into an awareness where you're just grateful for nothing.
Right.
You just have an attitude of gratitude. The universal presence fills that up with more and more to be grateful for.
When I watched The Secret, I was in my early 20s. I was miserable. And that night after watching The Secret, I fell asleep. I woke up for some weird reason at 4 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. So I wanted to be on TV doing something creative. I didn't know what that opportunity would be. And I went on Craigslist and there was a job posting. It didn't say what it was for, but they were looking for someone who had TV credit and was a designer. I threw in my resume. That was my first HGTV show. Had I not woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning, had I not watched The Secret the night before, had I not sent that email, my life wouldn't be where I am now. And so knowing that anything is possible, I started going, well, it's going to come to me.
Right.
I just knew it.
Yeah.
And I started training for a job I didn't even have yet.
Right.
So can you explain that?
So you were already in the feeling of it happening before it manifested. That's what the whole teaching is about. It is done unto you as you believe. Now we would say, it is done unto you as you feel. So you felt your way into that dynamic and it had to show up. So you woke up at 4. Your intuition guided you to look on Craigslist for that's a weird place to look.
It was. You can get free sofas and jobs on television.
But it was your intuition and
Yes.
your direct knowing from the feeling tone that it's happening.
If somebody's watching this and they feel sort of stuck in a rut, what's the easiest way to start transformation?
Right before you go to sleep, you can just write down what it is that you really want in life, not ego desires. I like to have a life in which there's a tremendous amount of peace, prosperity, health, and then right before you fall asleep, you read that. You feel that it's happening. What does that feel like? Then you go to sleep. That starts to work on your subconscious mind.
While you're sleeping.
While you're sleeping. Then when you wake up, let that be the first thing you read, so your mind can be programmed better. You just read it, you feel that it's happening, then you go on about your day, finding something to be grateful for. That's one spiritual hack, so to speak, that will help jumpstart you changing your subconscious tendencies.
When I want to manifest something, whether it's a job or a relationship, I pretend that it's happening. I close my eyes and I feel as if it's happening. And I try to hold that for 17 seconds. And I don't know where I made that up. I think I read that somewhere. That vibration goes out into the universe and attracts that situation towards me.
Yeah.
Is that true?
We live in a return to sender universe.
Tell me about that.
Whatever you send out comes back. You are describing the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind does not have a no or yes. It only knows what you're interested in. So if you're interested in love, if you're interested in beauty, peace, abundance, wellness, well-being, then that becomes a part of your personal law. Everyone has a personal law. There's a law of the universe, but we all have our personal use of that law. Most people are using it unconsciously. They've been programmed by environments, circumstances, conditions, and situations. You get what you're interested in. So if you're constantly thinking about what you don't want, the universe doesn't know you don't want that.
Right.
It just knows you're thinking about it.
Right.
So
they're like, sure, we'll give you more.
yeah, that's what you're thinking about.
Yes.
So you have to shift and become interested in beauty, interested in love, interested in abundance, interested in joy, interested in kindness, interested in service. And then that begins to multiply and magnify in your life.
Yes. I saw that you brought me a smoothie.
Yeah, we did.
So can you tell me about this?
This is a miracle. Well, this particular one is almond milk that I made myself.
Of course you did.
Blueberries, avocado, the superfood greens, and some protein powder.
Can I try?
Please.
Okay.
It's a basic one.
So this is how you start your day. Oh. Oh, wow.
Tastes good?
That's delicious.
Yeah.
That tastes like a vanilla milkshake.
Yes, it's magnificent. But it has all of your minimum daily needs for your body temple. That's a meal. So I don't leave the house without drinking that.
I'm not going to either. No wonder you're glowing. I cannot thank you enough for how, I'm gonna cry again, how you've changed my life. And how I knew you before I had my daughter.
Wow.
And because of you, I've created this life for me and her.
It's beautiful.
And you've allowed me you've given me the strength to know that I am responsible for my own life.
Yes.
And that I have anything is possible.
Yes. Yes. Responsibility means the ability to respond rather than react.
I know.
So you have now moved into the space of responding to life from the feeling tone of gratitude and thankfulness and appreciation. So then life brings that right back to you in ways beyond your wildest imagination.
I'm beyond grateful for you. I'm beyond grateful for your time. I cannot thank you enough. Cheers. Thank you so much, Michael. You've inspired me. You've inspired me to create this life, to create this show. I hope that you're also inspired at home to make the small changes to redesign your life too. You're the best.
We're becoming our inner architect for our own design. Designer genes.
I love that.
Spiritual designer genes.
There you go.